So you want to be a Pokemon gym leader, huh? Whether you just want the glory of being the best, or want to cash in on that juicy defender bonus, taking down a gym is only half the problem. In this video, we'll talk about tips to make your mark last with the best Pokemon to defend your gym with. The most important thing to keep in mind is your trainer level, and what you have to work with. If you're only level 10, you probably won't have access to a Gyarados or a Dragonite at the ready, so instead focus on what's available. Sure, tossing a Weedle into a gym will last just long to get the defender bonus, but it won't last, especially if you want to try taking other gyms to increase your reward. At low levels, you should try and make use of the common Pokemon in your area, and quickly evolve a few that can serve as a throwaway defense that will at least give you a bit of relief from other low-level trainers. Pokemon like Pidgeot or Golbat are fairly robust in their own right, and can be evolved fairly quick if your area is flooded with Pidgeys or Zubats. Use your best judgment, and never place your strongest Pokemon in a gym if you plan to take on other gyms in the area. Speaking of which, as you get to higher levels, you'll have access to a wider variety of Pokemon, and the decision of who to leave behind can be perplexing if you want a Pokemon to last. These aren't always your biggest damage dealers, as Pokemon like Jolteon can dish out damage fast, but likely won't survive too long against a competent trainer. Instead, try to save them for taking gyms down, and then look to train up defensive Pokemon to leave behind. Big, slow, and powerful Pokemon like Snorlax, Lapras, Dragonite, Gyarados, and even Vaporeon usually have a high defensive stat or a high health pool, which ensures that enemy trainers will often be stuck on them for a while, and may even be unable to take them down before time runs out. Our last tip isn't so much about the Pokemon as it is about the gym itself. No matter how strong your Pokemon is, every gym eventually falls, especially when that gym is a low level. If you really want your ownership to last, you need to ensure that it's well defended, and not just by you, but by your team. A rival team will have a much harder time trying to take down a gym with several thousand prestige and 6 reasonably level Pokemon, rather than a level 1 gym with 1 really powerful Pokemon. With that in mind, try teaming up with some friends to bolster up a gym. This means not putting in your strongest Pokemon right away, so that others can train at it and level the gym up. Since your team can only fight 1v1, they'll have a much tougher time gaining prestige than an enemy will knocking it down with 6 of their own Pokemon. This will require some time and commitment, so be sure you know your end goals when taking on a gym. If you have any other tips for defending your gym, let us know in the comments. And for everything else, be sure to check out IGN's Pokemon Go Wiki Guide and IGN.com.